He almost told the audience he was nervous. Then he stopped himself. Xiao Zhan later admitted the real reason: he was afraid that if he said it out loud, Na Ying would start feeling nervous too. That single sentence, buried inside a 5-minute stand-up bit at a Beijing arena, is the detail almost nobody is talking about. Everyone is talking about the reunion. Almost nobody is asking why nervous was the word that mattered most that night. This is Rabbit News Hallyu, and tonight we are looking past the reunion headline and into the one word both artists kept repeating without either of them fully explaining it. On the evening of August 22nd, Xiao Zhan walked onto the stage of Na Ying's Beijing tour stop, "I Came Because You're Here," as the night's only surprise guest. It had been 7 years since the two last shared a stage, back when they formed Team N8 on the music competition show, Our Song, in 2019. They opened with a duet of 1,000 Years of Songs, a track built from classical poetry that the pair had first performed together on the show Timeless Classics. Xiao Zhan then took the stage alone for a solo rendition of Na Ying's signature song, Spring Flowers Will Bloom. That much is the surface story, and on its own it would already be a strong clip. But the more revealing material came afterward, when Xiao Zhan stepped into an unscripted stand-up segment and started narrating the week leading up to the show. He told the crowd that in the lead-up to rehearsals, Na Ying kept saying she was nervous about the tour. His internal reaction, as he described it to the audience, was almost disbelieving. Singing is supposed to be effortless for her, so why would nervousness even enter the conversation? At first, he assumed it was just politeness, the kind of self-deprecating line a senior artist offers a younger one to keep things warm. He almost mirrored it back to her, offering his own admission of nerves. Then he caught himself, worried that saying it out loud might make her anxiety worse instead of easing it. That is the anomaly worth sitting with for a second. Xiao Zhan, the guest, was managing Na Ying's emotional state before the show even started. It is a small inversion of the usual dynamic between a veteran headliner and a guest performer, and it is easy to miss inside a story that is mostly being covered as a nostalgic reunion. The word nervous did not stay in the past tense, either. Xiao Zhan told the audience that hearing it triggered a memory. Na Ying had said something almost identical years earlier, before she competed on the singing competition show Singer. She said she was nervous then too. She went on to win the title. That is where the detail stops being a throwaway line and starts becoming a pattern. A performer who has already proven, in a nationally televised competition, that she can win under pressure is still describing herself as nervous before a hometown concert stop years later. If nervousness were simply an accurate description of her emotional state, it would be reasonable to expect that state to fade with each additional proof of competence. Instead, the word keeps showing up at exactly the moment when the stakes matter to her. The available evidence does not tell us what Na Ying is actually feeling internally, and we are not going to pretend it does. What we do have is Xiao Zhan's own account of what happened next, and it complicates the nervousness framing even further. During rehearsals, he said, he discovered that Na Ying was not nervous at all in any conventional sense. She was intensely focused. She corrected his breath control. She adjusted his pronunciation, word by word, until the phrasing matched what she wanted on stage. This is not the behavior of someone who is anxious and unsteady. It is the behavior of someone running a rehearsal with the precision of a vocal coach, not a nervous collaborator hoping to get through the night. By the end of the bit, Xiao Zhan reframed the whole story for the crowd. He said the nervousness Na Ying kept describing was not fear. It was evidence of how seriously she takes her own craft, and by extension, how seriously she was taking the responsibility of bringing him into her show. He added that as someone who grew up listening to her music and watching her work, he felt he still had things to learn from her example. That reframing is the second appearance of the anomaly, and it changes the meaning of the first one. The nervous comment is no longer a strange throwaway detail about an inverted power dynamic backstage. It becomes a clue about how a certain kind of veteran performer talks about pressure in public. One reasonable reading is that repeatedly naming nervousness, even after a track record that should have erased it, functions less like an honest emotional report and more like a professional habit, a way of signaling humility and continued commitment to quality, regardless of how many times the performer has already proven herself capable. This does not establish an industry-wide pattern from one artist's phrasing, but it does illustrate one way a senior performer's public language can diverge from what actually happens in the room. There is a second layer worth pulling out from the same event, and it involves timing rather than emotion. This reunion did not happen by accident of scheduling. Xiao Zhan and Na Ying had already crossed paths earlier this year, in April, when they attended a Li Jian concert together. According to the account Xiao Zhan gave on stage, Na Ying extended a verbal invitation to guest on her tour at that point, and he told her that if a promise had been made, it had to be kept. Na Ying, for her part, said she originally assumed the invitation had been received as polite conversation rather than an actual commitment. 7 years passed between their televised partnership and this reunion, and the connective tissue holding it together turns out to be a casual promise made at someone else's concert, months before either of them stepped on stage together again. That is a longer runway than most guest appearances get credit for. It suggests that at least in this instance, the relationship between two established artists was being maintained quietly between public appearances, through small gestures like showing up to support each other's unrelated projects, long before either side needed anything from the other professionally. By the end of the night, the two of them extended that thread even further. Na Ying said she was volunteering herself as a guest for Xiao Zhan's own upcoming concert, and the pair sealed it with a pinky promise on stage, the same gesture used earlier when Xiao Zhan agreed to perform a dance to Na Ying's song Autumn Wind, So Restless, at a future date. They joked that their fan bases had effectively become friends with each other over the years. There is also a media dimension worth naming directly. Na Ying is one of the most established vocalists in mainland Chinese pop music, a judge and competitor whose singer run is still referenced whenever her name comes up. Xiao Zhan built his career through a different pipeline, starting as an idol-turned-actor before expanding into music and hosting. A guest slot on Na Ying's tour is not neutral positioning for him. It places him, publicly and on her stage, inside the lineage of serious vocalists rather than only the idol actor category his early career is often filtered through. Na Ying's decision to introduce him that way, backed by 7 years of continuity rather than a one-time booking, carries more weight than a same-week collaboration would. For international audiences less familiar with either artist's back catalogue, this is also a useful entry point into how cross-generational collaborations function in C-ent more broadly. A senior artist lending stage time and public endorsement to a younger one is a recognizable career move across the industry, and it typically depends on an existing relationship rather than a single booking request. What this case adds is visibility into how that relationship gets built in the years between public appearances, not through announcements, but through smaller, less publicized gestures, like showing up to a peer's unrelated concert months earlier. None of this needs to be inflated into anything more than what it is. There is no indication here of a deeper personal relationship beyond a professional friendship built through a televised show years ago and maintained through occasional appearances at each other's events. The available evidence supports a narrower conclusion: two artists with a genuine working history choosing, repeatedly, to keep that history visible to their audiences rather than letting it quietly expire. That choice is worth paying attention to on its own terms. Reunions like this one do not require scandal or secrecy to be interesting. What makes this one worth a closer look is the mechanism underneath it: a small promise from April, an offhand comment about nervousness that turned out to describe discipline rather than fear, and a habit, on both sides, of returning to the stage together instead of letting a 7-year gap become permanent. The reunion made headlines because of nostalgia. The more interesting story is what kept the door open long enough for that nostalgia to have somewhere to land. If you like entertainment coverage that looks past the headline and into the details most coverage skips, that is exactly what Rabbit News Hallyu is built for. Subscribe if you want analysis, not just updates.